introduce to you our friend, your representative, and our true neighbor to our community, the Honorable Jessica Farrar.
Double steps don't ever hurt. Well, really, I want to thank you, Bill, and I want to thank you, Joe, for opening up your home. It's a very lovely place, and it's wonderful to have this experience. And thank you for opening your hearts and your friends. And I want to thank everybody here for coming and supporting Karen. This is a very important race, and Karen, I'm sure that's why you're here. But I just want to kind of tie some things together when it comes to the importance of Karen getting elected. Karen is a civic leader, we know. She's certainly a business leader. She has mentored many folks, and Bill touched on that. A lot of people owe their careers to her mentoring and her open heart. And just the fact that she can multitask and can see things that other people can't have. I think she has the designer's mind at heart. We know that she's a big patron of the arts. And I think she's just there to foster and support talent, and that's what has been her mission, and that's been the effect of all of her works in life. The reason that Karen's race is important is because Karen is just a simple person who just wants to help out. This is not a career move for her. In fact, I don't want to tell her that it's probably a step back financially. But she's willing to do that. And she has everything to gain probably by not running for office. But she's decided that she wants to run because she can do something, and she will do something. She, from her background as a realtor, she knows neighborhoods, right where the rubber meets the road. She knows them down to the closest detail. And that's a thread that she's going to take throughout the city, because she'll be representing all parts of the city. And of course, we're in one of the jewels of the city of Houston here in the Heights, or Woodland Heights. I know that I have to make the distinction when I'm in the Woodland Heights. But those experiences, and she's been a big part of preserving these neighborhoods and helping them to develop in the way that they have. And I think those are experiences that she can take through the rest of the city and show that this rest parts of the city can be as distinct as the Heights is. And so it's important that we get Karen there. Karen's in a race. It's a very crowded field. There's a lot of strong candidates. But again, Karen's not a person who's spent years developing political clout, ties, OMEs, all that sort of thing. She's just doing this out of the goodness of her heart. Once again, another project that she just thinks is the right thing to do, and she's going to put her resources, and those resources include Bob, by the way, whether he likes it or not. But she's really, she's going to put her shoulder into this new project. And so it's really critical that we send a progressive person like Karen to the city council. She has a broad range of life experiences, and she has a very big open mind. And this city is going to be facing some tough financial times. As Bill reminded me again, that what Bernanke said today was that we're out of a recession, but we're going to have to pay the effects of the debts that are. It's not just Houston, but Houston's going to find itself in a hole real soon, and it's going to mean either higher taxes or cut services or all sorts of innovation. We really need somebody that's a problem solver like Karen is. And she's been doing it, and if y'all can do anything you possibly can, y'all being here is a huge, huge, huge boon for her campaign. Please sign up to block walk for her, to make phone calls, lend her your address book, let her know some key people that she could call and add to her block walking list, her volunteer list, her fundraising list, and so on. So because she's got to run citywide, and she doesn't, she's done well, but it takes a lot of money to run citywide, and it's a real daunting task to do that. So if y'all can help her with that. So we need foot leather for block walking, for putting out signs. If you don't like to talk to people, signs are a great way to help. Just say, I've got a couple hours, give me a list of yard signs you need to go be put out. Also, if you know people that will put a yard sign, remember this is citywide, So anywhere in the city that's willing to put out a Karen Derr sign, it's terrific. If in the neighborhood, if ever in every neighborhood in Houston, she's got at least one sign and hopefully more. So anyway, that's your task. That's your homework from here until Election Day, and just keep at it because we've got to have her. This city has to have a mind and a heart like we have in Karen. So Karen, thank you for running, and we're all here to support you.
Wow. I'm ready. Thank you for coming tonight, and thanks to Joe and Bill and Jessica for hosting this. You guys are used to seeing me and hearing me promoting neighborhoods and great places to live in Houston. And now on City Council, I am looking forward to the chance to promote Houston to the rest of the United States and the world, to keep this economy growing and to attract jobs to Houston. But before I feel that we can effectively do that, we have some issues, neighborhood issues that aren't so attractive that I want to work on at City Hall. Our dropout rate in our schools, crime and the lack of patrols in our neighborhoods, and a failing and lagging infrastructure that almost every year allows homes that have never flooded before to flood in Houston. And that's scary because we all move to the Heights, those of us who live here, because it's known for never having flooded before, and every year you hear of a different neighborhood that never flooded that's flooding. These are the issues, some of the issues that I want to work on for you at City Hall. I think that growing my company from me and a couple of friends 16 years ago to me and 50 friends and 4 offices has prepared me well working in neighborhoods to work on these issues. I've organized with many of you to get more patrols in the Heights. I have organized with neighbors to jumpstart a hike and bike trail that Jessica helped us with that was stalled for 10 years after it was funded.
And we ride on it every morning.
We do.
We do.
I have just organized with neighbors and friends to support and grow with Shop Local campaigns here in the Heights so that we have a vibrant and flourishing small business community, a community of great restaurants now in the Heights that we didn't have before, because in relocating people to Houston, I know how important that and a pedestrian life is to people who live in an urban area these days. These are the kinds of issues that I want to work on at City Hall, and you may say, well, Karen, that's the kind of issues you've worked on before, you're well suited for that, but let's not lose sight that these are the economic growth and development issues that our city has to face today. These are the issues that hold us back. So please, I need your help. I am eager. We've gotten some great endorsements. Jessica's told you everything that all of us need to do to make sure that I make it to City Hall, and I just want to tell you about some of the people who have endorsed me. I just recently got the SEIU and Hope Union, which are the city workers. I'm very proud of that. Most of you know my dad retired from the city of Houston. I've received the CWA endorsement. My mom retired from Southwestern Bell, so that was her union. A lot of you don't know that. I have been endorsed by Outsmart Magazine and the Young Stonewall Democrats, which is a group of young professionals who are working very hard for me. Of all the GLBT groups that could have endorsed me, I couldn't have gotten a more important endorsement than that endorsement. I've been endorsed by some neighborhood groups that are large, and it's such an honor. The Spring Branch Democrats endorsed me, and also the Oak Forest Democrats, the neighborhood that I grew up in as a child, endorsed me. So those are also the Seafarers endorsed me, and it's a great tradition that they put a big sign for the candidates they endorse on top of their building at the Pierce Elevated. So I've got a good base of folks that are going to help me, and I need your help also, and I thank you very much for being here tonight.
Vote for Karen November 3rd.